Hey guys, this is Eric. This is the Midea 5000 BTU Window Air Conditioner. Now, I bought this specifically for our shed, and I got two things wrong.
An annual meeting of...
One, the window that it goes in. I did the measurements before, but I realized with the extenders, it was going to be a little bit too big. So window was super wonky, super small. And also my measurements were wrong on total square footage. My shed is actually 225 square feet, and it's actually 75 square feet more than what the AC says it can cool. But in spite of those two things, this window unit totally adapted. It worked. I was able to get it in the window. It has been cooling off my shed completely. It is awesome. So I'll walk you through what comes with the box, how I installed it, some tips, and a few other things. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the first tip I'm going to give you is make sure you measure what size you're going to go into. Now, the AC unit does say that it will cover about 150 square feet. Now, it's going to give you 3-in-1 functionality. So it's going to give you the AC, dehumidifier, and it's also going to give you a fan. Depending on where you put it, in a small bedroom or a shed like we're doing, or a small garage or whatnot, it is going to help with stripping out that humidity, which is great. We live in a very warm climate, so getting something in that window unit that was also going to be a dehumidifier. So we've got Christmas stuff in there and just transitional kids stuff. Now, we got the remote digital controls. I know there's another version that you can get, and it is pretty quiet. When you're looking to get a compact window unit like this, not only do you want it to be able to cool off, obviously, but you want it to be quiet. On low, it's only going to be putting out about 52 decibels. It's quiet. Now, one really handy thing about a compact unit like this is the air filter. It slides right out like you see here, so you can wash it, clean it, slide it right back in. You don't have to worry about any sort of crazy air filters like you would in an AC unit within your house. So again, just from a maintenance perspective, we wanted something to kind of be very simple and manageable. It did come with a couple different parts, but it is pretty easy to assemble. It just has this top bracket right here where you put screws in, and this top bracket is where the window comes down and make sure it lodges into the window frames. A couple little screws. It comes with some insulation if you're experiencing some holes and some gaps. And it does have a couple little details which kind of makes it really easy. I'm not a super handy guy, so anytime you can get things like left and right printed on the actual pieces, that definitely helps out. One recommendation I would give is just take time to work through the instructions. I know it doesn't take that long to set up, but again, this Midea model has a couple different variations. So just make sure you're looking at the right instructions. Take a few minutes, 5-10 minutes to kind of go through it, know what to expect. Put it on like a dining room table or somewhere out in your garage that's elevated, just so you can kind of work through the parts and kind of see how everything goes together. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the shed. I want to kind of give you a close-up as it's running and it's cooling, and how this worked out in our little wonky window and bigger shed. Again, we had a super small window and we had a much bigger shed than what the square footage would cover, but no problems there. It has worked out. So let's jump into that. All right, so we are now in my shed. You can of course see all the stuff. Don't judge. We got a lot of organization to do, but you can see here just with our window, the AC unit itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off really quickly so it doesn't affect any of the audio. Okay, the unit is off, and that will allow you to kind of hear me a little bit better. Again, the big challenge was this window. It is not like a normal window. It is window in a shed. A couple things you're gonna see. Why is this piece off here? It does not look right. Well, it does not look right because the width, I was not able to get both the right and the left here. So what I did was I sort of improvised a little bit. Now the unit itself is going to fit within this window. I mean, no problem there, but when you start to get these extender brackets, that's where the sizing issue came from. You know, you're gonna see we have definitely some gaps here that we need to fill, and we will fill that with the foam. Here's some of the foam that it came with. Definitely work on that. That's the next step. Oh, and it's definitely worth noting that the product, the unit does come with hardware. So if you want to use the hardware to secure it even more, which I definitely will, nice little touch for that extra support. All right, now I'm going to hop out to the outside here and show you the back of the unit. All right guys, one more tip for install. When you're putting it in, you are going to want to have a slight angle to this, and you're going to definitely see it in the instruction manual, but as you're mounting it into the window, you can see I'm obviously on the outside of the shed now. Having that angle allows, I believe, again, no AC expert, but the condensation and any perspiration that comes out of here to be able to flow appropriately out the window and not into your inside space. A couple features that you're going to want to notice. Again, we did the electronic display, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. It is powering well. I can stand back probably, let me see here. I am maybe 8 feet away, and I can put my hand up and I can feel it blowing. So it's got excellent strength to be able to blow cold air throughout. It does come with this nice handy remote. You're gonna get temperature, all the things that you would need, fan speed, sleep mode. Pretty nice to have this remote. We probably won't be using this remote because when we come into the shed, we're just probably going to go right to the AC unit and adjust all the settings. But again, if you have a house or an office or whatever, nice remote that you can use if you're sitting down and don't want to get up. Overall, if you're looking for a small window unit, I definitely recommend this Midea. It worked well in our wonky window, our small window, it adapted. I definitely need to make some tweaks here to kind of secure it and make sure no hot air gets in or bugs or whatnot, but super impressed. Again, I'm in a much larger shed, and the whole shed from side to side is definitely cool. Big fan of that. I would definitely recommend this.